For all you mad bastards loving the Big Show podcast, get up even closer on Instagram, YouTube and TikTok. Or raw dog it. 4 to 7 every weekday on Radio Hauraki.
Radio Hauraki.
Radio Hauraki.
Keezy,
Yeah.
You got one, man?
Radio Hauraki.
Oh.
Radio Hauraki.
Radio Hauraki.
How are we, fellas?
Really good today. What a beautiful day it is out there, guys.
Yeah, I found it a bit changeable, actually.
Yeah, that sounds
It's
about
lovely.
right.
It's lovely now.
Well, that's
But
right.
it
As
was-
soon as we
it was-
came in, it was beautiful. I was thinking
Yeah.
to myself, geez, I wish I wasn't coming in.
Yeah.
Not because I hate work, but just because I'd rather not be here.
That's funny because I was thinking because my wife texted me today and said sort of, how you going? And I said, you know what, darling? I just want to go golfing and fishing and fuck work.
Fuck work.
You know what I mean? What are we doing here? Is this the greatest rort of all time?
What's that?
I mean, yeah, can't we just get money and just do stuff that we want to do?
Well, I mean, you've got a pretty good balance of both of those things.
No,
It's a shame your wife doesn't earn more, you know what I mean?
I
you never
think-
really need to get her to work more days a week because she's only doing 3 at the moment, isn't she?
well, 5, but 4, but 2 of them are half days.
Right.
I mean, what's that about?
It's bullshit is what
Just
it
do
is.
5 full days, and
Yeah.
then you can retire.
Yeah.
And we'll bring Pugsan through.
That sounds good.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, you get an instant ratings boom with the old Connie chat.
Well, we'd have to do it every day.
Yes.
For every break. Every time he goes to say anything, we'd have to do it because that's
So
what the
Pugs
people
would
want.
quit after a day.
Yeah. Yeah. What else?
Yeah, what else, fellas?
How gutted were you today when... So I tried to call Jace.
Oh, yeah.
So we were playing golf at 9:30.
Yeah, right.
I got there first. It was closed, coring the greens, which they do at the start of spring and summer every season. I forgot. And I tried to call Jace. He answers, and it's just zzz on the other line.
Right.
I'm like, Jace is because he doesn't have a microphone in his car, so you're just hearing the electrical sort of feedback of his stereo because he's got it Bluetooth connected.
Ah, right.
He can hear it, but there's no mic. And I'm like, Jace, it's been turn around, Jace. Could you hear me?
I could hear you, but then, like, after about 10 seconds, it just annoyed the shit out of me, so I killed it.
So
I killed the call, and then you rang me back about 4 times. At that point, I was only about 5 minutes away.
But you were going to get there and F and Jeff. I was trying to help you out, mate. You know how I always do
Well-
that?
Did you text him?
Yeah.
But I was driving, it's very hard. I don't want to be
exactly.
on my phone when I'm
Please.
driving. Come
You're
on.
always on your phone.
I'm a responsible driver. Come on, fellas. I
No,
can't be
fair
looking.
enough.
And I'm blind as well. And then I have to get my glasses on.
I'm blind, yeah.
So I can't read the damn text.
Yeah, I know.
But I do have to go and get a mic for the car because that's annoying the shit out of me.
They're pretty cheap to do.
Yeah.
What am I looking for?
Just a microphone. Just say, I've got a Bluetooth stereo, but it has no microphone. And they'll be like, okay, cool. And they'll put one in about 15 minutes.
They'll put it
But
in
they'll
for
charge
you.
you for 2 hours.
Yeah. So you got to pull the the head unit out
Yeah.
and plug it into the back, into the microphone, into the input slot.
Right.
And then put it back in and then run the wire and sit it on top. Pretty much, usually it's on the top where your steering wheel
The
is.
driving column
Oh,
there.
so I have to take to a mechanic then.
No, an auto electrician or just like a stereo joint somewhere
Stereo
nearby.
joint.
Yeah.
Is there a place called Stereo Joint?
Yeah, man.
You should start one.
I should, eh?
And they sell you little breads there as well, just on the counter.
God, I tell you what, just on those little beds, it's not going away, this idea.
Oh, it will eventually. Don't worry.
I just-
Nothing will get done. Don't worry
well,
about
yeah,
it.
it'll die. It'll die. Don't worry about it. But I just keep seeing these
The
little
little
mini,
packages,
little
and the
mini-
colour, yeah.
The little round mini loaves. They're so cute.
Well, there was text coming in yesterday, which I don't think we got to. It exists in Japan.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. And well, they also said, one of the texts, that it used to be in Australia as well. There you go. So
There you
it's
go.
not not a crazy idea.
Well, the thing I struggle with it is that it is a shit idea.
Oh.
Like, usually there's some sort of like, oh, yeah, I could see how that's, but I just don't see the point where you can just put your bread in the fridge or the freezer.
Yeah.
And you just have to go back to the supermarket more often and buy more Hoity J's chode loaf.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
There is that side of it.
Which is the main issue. And also the other issue is you just talked about how you just want to get paid to play golf and do fishing. There's no way you're starting a business.
Oh, I know.
Baking.
But also, there is also...
I'll be the concepts guy, and the other people can do the admin.
Who are these other people?
I'll hire someone.
Oh, sure. Google it.
Hauraki Big Show, weekdays from 4 on Radio Hauraki. The Hauraki Big Show podcast.
But I do get that it's nicer to have fresh bread that you haven't had to freeze.
Thank you.
Yes.
And admin. Taking
There's,
it out.
there's no benefit admin wise. There is no admin.
Well, there is.
No, there's
You're going
none.
to take it out of the freezer, crack off a couple of pieces,
Well, you
put it
gotta
in
pull
the
it-
thing.
You
gotta
mean
pull it out.
like when you pull out normal pieces of bread out of
A bread bin.
out of any bag, whether you pulled it out of the fridge or the freezer makes absolutely no difference. So there's no difference.
You may
in
not
admin.
have a defrosting element on your toaster, for example.
Who needs a defrosting element? You cook it straight away.
Yeah, but it's never the same if you
Oh,
do that.
good God.
See,
well,
this
I can
is the
tell
issue.
you, you're marketing this to yourself.
And
the only
also-
person that gives a shit about any of this is you.
And also, I'm a big sandwich person, and I don't want fucking frozen bread and having to defrost
I know
bread all the time.
We've
to-
already touched on that.
Yeah.
The freshness element is the key, but there's no admin in terms of taking bread out of a bag. You're not saving anybody any time with that. So you don't want one of your marketing ploys to be talking about less admin because it's the same amount of admin.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
To be fair, because I store my bread in the freezer, you pull a slice out and you just microwave it for 20 seconds, and it is fresh and good to go.
And soggy and
that's
damp.
admin. I wouldn't do that.
But
Thank
that's
you.
how you get the as fresh as a fresh
And
slice.
Fresh as a
and
big
I find that when I
Yeah, man.
when I have toasted frozen toast, it isn't the same.
It is the same.
It's
Toasted
not.
frozen
It's
toast.
Yes.
certainly not a
Bread.
big enough difference to give a
It
shit.
is to a
I'll tell you
con-
what, I've
it
got
is
something
to a
can I'll tell
connoisseur.
you what. To a connoisseur. Fucking hell.
Of bread.
Well, if you were a connoisseur of bread, your fucking bread wouldn't go off all the time. You have to chuck it in the bin.
Well, no,
you hate
because
bread because
I-
it's always going off at your house.
Like all connoisseurs, for example, if you're a wine taster, you don't scull bottles of wine. You have a little sip.
and spit it into a bread
well, I'm
bucket.
a
And you
connoisseur
wash-
of wine, and I can tell you I do drink it by the bottle.
Right. But anyway, we'll
But
see
I like
how
the
it
idea.
goes.
It's a nice idea, but it won't
Thanks.
happen. It's a shame. But you could
Yeah.
what you could do is get a little bread maker.
Yes, I've
Have
got
you
a bread
got a bread
maker.
maker?
Yes,
You should do that, and you should do a few loaves.
I do make my own little breads
When?
quite
wait.
often.
Well, it sounds like you don't because you keep
he
on
doesn't.
chucking bread out, and you've got this new idea about starting a
Well,
business.
no, because we'll buy bread and then I'll bake a loaf.
Jace, was the last time you made bread in your bread
you're
maker?
mostly baking
Seriously?
brownies.
Seriously, about 2 weeks ago.
Was
But-
it the best loaf of bread ever?
You didn't come in a bag on about it, so I don't believe you.
It was okay. It was good. It's a very simple recipe, so it's not flash.
Was it a
You've
chode
se-
loaf?
I've showed you pictures of it years ago when I made a couple of loaves.
Do you remember him showing us pictures of his loaf?
Well, look, I'll be honest with you. I probably didn't store it at the front of my memory.
And I remember Pugson going, "Fuck, that looks good."
That looks like good eating. Oh, it was Pugs here.
Yeah, it was.
No, I definitely don't remember that. But it's good, though.
Yeah. But
Good to
anyway,
have a little idea there, Hoity J. And you could
Just
probably
on-
get some bastard into it.
just
Tip
on
top.
but just on that, by the way, baking bread's very therapeutic. If you're at a bit of a loss in your life, bake yourself some bread. It's very calming and very therapeutic.
I'd rather get pissed.
What? Or you can do that and, get pissed and smash durries. That's
Can I-
also very
yeah.
therapeutic.
Can I also say that Vogel's isn't what it used to be?
Sure.
You're
Yeah.
a Vogel's guy, Keezy. You strike me as a white bread sort of a
Yeah,
scumbag.
totally white bread only. You'd buy. You know what you strike me as, Keezy? You buy those cheap white loaves.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The ones that cost like $1.
Sometimes he splashes out and gets nature's fresh toast.
Yeah.
And can I say that is fucking yum?
Nature's fresh.
Yeah, lots
Nature's
of butter,
fresh.
lots of peanut butter. That's good
White
eating.
toast, butter with peanut butter is
It's-
one of the
yeah,
best things you
it
can
is.
ever eat.
It
But
is.
no,
But
I'm not.
Vogel's used to be good.
Yes.
Great, in fact. But now it still takes 10 minutes to cook and then it's not even fucking done.
Like now it's fine.
Yeah, it's
It's
okay.
it's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I
Yes.
don't know what they did to it, but it's shit.
It's still my weakness.
It used to be like
Vogel's at the end of the night
good.
with stupid amounts of peanut butter
And sitting in the swing, just
swing,
getting
just
absolutely
swinging.
pummeled.
with just massive dollops of what's
Cash?
that? No, of the peanut butter just falling
Crunchy.
on my massive fatos.
Gross. Can I just say I'm
And
actually
then here comes Roo.
I'm a Jace.
You're a sick
no.
bastard, man. I'll tell you what.
Holy
I'm a
shit.
Molenberg guy.
Oh,
Toast.
what is it?
Molenberg
Yeah,
toast.
what's the thing though? What was the tagline? I want my Molenberg.
Yeah.
Yeah. I haven't had that for years.
I find those pieces a bit big for me. They're quite.
They are actually.
They're quite big.
You wouldn't be able
pieces
to
of
get
bread.
through it.
I like this. I like the size of your Vogels, Keezy. What's wrong, man?
You're so pedantic about fucking everything in the entire world. Everything's like 1/8 too big for you.
It is a big bread though, isn't it? And it's a floppy bread.
Yes,
It is a floppy bread.
It's
I
not
take your
firm
point.
to the hand.
It's the same shape and size as the Nature's Fresh White,
Right.
which I like because it's like a square rather than like a Freya's, which is a weird circle on
Yeah,
top,
yeah,
and you're
yeah.
trying to make an even. But it does. Yeah, I fucking hate that shit.
See, there you go,
Yeah.
complaining about the
Me
shape as
being
well, but
pedantic.
just different.
Doesn't like a
Yeah, but
curved
he
top.
I
doesn't
like
like-
a Freya's.
Like it's yum, but I just hate the shape
Shape
of
of it,
because
yeah.
I want a square Sammy,
Yeah.
or a square toasty. It's usually when I'm making a toasty.
You hate things that are different, eh?
Yeah, man. What the hell, Jay? What are you giggling about?
Nothing, man. It's all G.
Don't know if it is.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to Radio Hauraki 4 till 7.
Or don't. I mean, you just probably listen to the podcast and
No, don't.
Actually, don't. Just watch our clips on Instagram. You'll get the gist of it.
yeah, totes.
You get
Guys.
the guts of it. Just give it a like.
Yeah, do that. Unsubscribe. That's a great idea, fellas. Good work. Ice to the front, Mogi.